All right, it looks like we have officially rolled over to 10 o'clock, so it is time to start breaking. We only have 2 breaks tonight, so not anything that's going to keep us terribly busy, but yet enough to take up probably a good 45 minutes or so of our evening. Before we start ripping the packs, I do always go through a little information, so let's get started with that. First up, you see on the screen there, my feedback is automated on eBay. I have people ask me about that from time to time, so I just decided to include it in the information that we talk about at the start of each break. What that means to you, of course, is that as soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. You don't have to wait on me to get caught up or any of that stuff. The second thing you see on that page, and the most important part, of course, is to say thank you. I very much appreciate each and every one of you who bids with me and breaks with me. Many of you come and visit and hang out and chat, and I like having the company, so I appreciate that as well. Next up, we're going to take a look at what is listed in the days ahead here on eBay. Generally my breaks go up 5 days ahead of time, mainly because eBay charges extra fees if you list it for less than 5 days. So this is kind of a snapshot of what we're looking at excuse me, for the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, again, won't be a terribly long night, kind of like tonight. Tomorrow night will be some 16 black gold, a half case of 2011 prime signatures, and a full case of Topps Tribute Baseball, which of course that one just came out today. Friday night, we'll do an autographed baseball jersey, a half case of Leaf Trinity Baseball, which looks awesome, by the way. Another full case of National Treasures football, and a full case of Chronicles basketball. And if you haven't checked out some of the prices lately for the Chronicles inserts, like Gold Standard and Gala and Titanium, etc., check it out. That stuff is selling very well on those insert sets. Saturday is a full-size football helmet, then a full-size football, an actual football. That's new. They've just come out with autographed actual footballs, so we're going to bust into one of those. Then a mini helmet, a 2017 Gold Signature Edition baseball hobby box, and a half case of Gypsy Queen. Sunday, we're going to do some multi-sport breaking. We'll do an Inked Threads jersey, 3 boxes of Leaf Icons cut signature product. Then we'll do the back half of the Leaf Trinity baseball case. A Hit Parade Chicago Show exclusive signature basketball hobby box, and then a quarter case of Donruss basketball. Monday, 14 translucent 2012 Panini Black. We haven't opened that one in a while. Then another full-size autographed helmet, another half case of prime signatures, and the back half of a case of Topps Heritage Baseball. So that's what the 5 days ahead looks like. For tonight, we've got 2 breaks. The first one is the autographed mini football helmet. That one has completely free shipping. Anytime an auction ships with or has completely free shipping, it's going to go out roughly 5 to 6 days after the auction ends. So I'm anticipating a Monday shipping date for the mini helmet. And please take a moment also to review the information there about if your team is not pulled, because there's obviously 1 mini helmet and 32 teams, so 31 people are not going to pull that helmet. So you're still entitled to a consolation card for your team that would typically ship with your next hit. It can ship sooner. All you have to do is jump into eBay, send me a message, and let me know. And there's more information about that in the listing description as well. Our paid shipping break tonight, that is our full case of Panini Prism Mosaic basketball. Estimating that to go out Saturday. And as always, if I can get it out quicker than that, I will. So that's kind of the deal on shipping and such. So first up, the 2018 Gold Rush Autograph Mini Football Helmet break number 8. So the 8th time we have opened this product. Both of our breaks tonight ended tonight on eBay as well, March the 28th. And of course, you see the team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. Another spreadsheet will go up before we do Prism Mosaic Basketball. This, of course, is just for the mini helmet. And finally, you're going to notice a change to the focus here. please don't worry. You're still going to be able to see everything just fine. I just am not a fan of autofocus. I prefer to manually set the focus. And I set it so that we can look at everything up really closely, which then kind of throws the background out of focus a little. I see Michael and Chris and James are all in chat. Oh, and so is T. Cassidy. We got a bunch of you guys hanging out in here tonight. Well, I like this hit. We haven't pulled this in a while. We have pulled this hit before, but it has been a while. For the Cowboys, this is Bob Lilly. That's one we don't even have to look up. We can actually read his signature. So nice little Hall of Fame hit there for the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, you see inside here is your JSA authentication card, and somewhere on the back is the JSA authentication matching sticker. So Bob Lilly is our mini helmet tonight for the Dallas Cowboys. Eric and Jeremy are in chat too. Hi, guys. So that's unusual, right? That we only have the one thing ahead of our case break, but I just kind of needed to get caught up a little bit. I've had so many base heavy breaks that have been going out lately with, gosh, all the baseball card stuff that is so base card heavy that tonight I didn't list a lot of one box of memorabilia. So we're going to be buzzing right along here into Mosaic Basketball. Once again, anticipated shipping date, if you didn't see it a moment ago, is Saturday the 31st. And if I can get it to you sooner than that, I absolutely will. But that's what I'm anticipating at this moment. So in this little case is 12 boxes of 2017-18 Panini Prism Mosaic Basketball. This is a full case break. It is break number 1. And of course, it ended tonight, March the 28th, like our other item a moment ago, and we're live streaming it tonight. And same format that you're accustomed to, with the team names on the left, your name in lights across from it as the winning bidder on the right-hand side. And if you notice any typos in here, let me know, because this is another one of those weeks where eBay has been acting so weird, and they don't sometimes send the end of transaction notice until the next day. So the end of transaction notice, of course, is what I use to fill in the spreadsheet. I just copy and paste the user ID. So when they don't send them all, they send some of them, but not all of them, then I end up trying to go track them down by hand, and sometimes I forget to clear the clipboard or do something dumb and make a cut and paste error. So if you see one of those, jump in and let me know. I'll fix it. I try really hard not to do that, but I know sometimes I do. So T. Cassidy, I do have Chrome Football. I have 13, 14, and 15 for Chrome Football. I have 13, 14, and 15 for Strata Football. I have several different things that need to be done as mixers, and I have not had time to deal with those because I have been, as I said a moment ago, it's been crazy lately, right? Because everything that has come out for baseball has been so base card heavy, and those take a long time to break, and they take a long time to sort and a long time to ship. So I've got to get kind of past some of the stuff that has so much base in it, and then we can get back into that. I've got a lot of other stuff too. I mean, I've got some 2011 Crown Royal. We've got 2013 Crown Royal. I've got 2013 Contenders. I got a lot of stuff hanging out. Just no time to do it lately. Okay, so this is my first time opening this as well. So it appears that each one of our boxes is going to have 3 packs in it. Each pack has 10 cards. Of course, many of you are probably familiar with Mosaic from last year, which it was not, I mean, it wasn't really intended to be a freestanding product last year. It was kind of a make-good product, actually, because of, well, it's a long story, but it had to do with Panini Replay Basketball. But anyway, this year they decided to make it a freestanding product. So we have got, I'm sure, a lot of parallels in here. There is no guarantee about number of autographs per box. it gives us just per case. It says we'll hit, you know, a certain number per case, and that's it. That is numbered to 25, and it is first in the series, so number 1 of 25 for the John Wall there. Chris, you are asking if I have ever broken the fantasy football boxes. I have not. Now, I'm assuming that you are talking about some of the stuff where it's like multiple items in one box. Is that what you mean by that? CJ McCollum for the Blazers. This, I guess, is not numbered, although obviously it is a different color parallel. It's red in color, but doesn't appear to be numbered that I can tell. Then we have a nice little Kyle Kuzma rookie for the Lakers. This should be numbered, being orange, I would think, but why am I not seeing a number on it? What is the deal? All right, so maybe it's not numbered either, but anyway, it is a parallel, and I don't know why. I would have thought that they would have had all of these parallels numbered, but I guess not. I'm giving that another once over. I don't see one, so... And then we have Vucevic for the Magic in a green parallel, I guess apparently also not numbered. So I don't know why John Wall was numbered and nobody else is. That's so weird. But anyway, we'll flip them all over as we go along and, you know, keep rocking and rolling. We'll find out. If anything else is numbered, we will make sure that we take a look at the front and the back to determine. Oh, Chris, you're saying it is 2 encased cards and 2 random packs. That's interesting. Who is it who makes that product? Tony Bradley for the Jazz. That is numbered to 99. Meanwhile, of course, the Jazz are just going, why couldn't that have been Donovan Mitchell? I hear you. Andre Drummond for the Pistons in a blue parallel, but not numbered. And then we have Draymond. Is that Draymond Green? Yeah, not numbered for the Warriors. So I guess the moral of the story is we're going to have loads of parallels, not all of them numbered. That's what I'm finding so far anyway. Harry Giles, of course, that was just a base rookie. I don't really know why I flipped that over other than just habit, I suppose. Paul George for the Thunder, not numbered. Next up is Kyrie, also not numbered. Let's just assume they're not numbered unless we find one on the back, and then I don't have to say not numbered every time. How about that? Aaron Gordon for the Magic. Because otherwise, you know, that just sounds like everything is, you know, not numbered, not numbered. Yeah, no. We'll just say when it is. Well, Eric, which team makes the box that you're talking about, though? I mean, which team? Which company? Tell what I got on the brain tonight. Makes the box that you're talking about, because of course there's all kinds of different companies out there that do that sort of thing. There's Super Break, there's Hit Parade and Gold Rush, and gosh, there's more even beyond that. Leaf does some stuff like that, so does TriStar. I just don't know which box in particular you are inquiring about. But generally speaking, I haven't done a lot of that stuff in the past. I've been looking at some of the stuff like the Leaf Memorabilia Treasury and some things like that, kind of considering it. Oftentimes it just comes down to how do you list it as much as anything else. Zach LaVine for the Bulls, because of course it's not nearly as cut and dried as just being able to sort something out by teams like we can do for this. LeBron for the Cavs, and finally, Devin Booker for the Phoenix Suns. You know I like Devin Booker. Oh, well, I like Leaf. I think Leaf is awesome. And TriStar has, I love TriStar's Game Day Greats jerseys. I think those are fantastic. And we have pulled some really nice hits out of TriStar Game Day Greats jerseys, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, I appreciate the fact that not everyone likes them, but I do. Dennis Smith Jr. to 25 Mavericks. You know this is facing backwards, so it's most likely going to be signed. Yeah, it is. Mavericks, Dennis Smith Jr. to 25. Nice hit. Congrats on that. And here is a Donovan Mitchell parallel for the Jazz. And the red. For the Blazers, we have Damian Lillard. And then we have Reggie Jackson for the Pistons. But yeah, I definitely love all the Leaf stuff. As you know, I break tons of Leaf stuff. The cards, the jerseys, pretty much anything Leaf puts out, I break the vast majority of it because they have good quality stuff. You know, TriStar has the mini helmets, which I like, and their Game Day Great jerseys, I think, are awesome. D'Angelo Russell for the Nets. Harry Giles, Kings. And Kent Bazemore for the Hawks. Oh, yeah, guys, I wasn't announcing just the base rookies. Did you want me to announce those as we go through? I was only kind of verbally announcing the ones that are parallels. But I can, Eric, do the base if you'd like. The base rookies, I mean. We wouldn't obviously do every single base card. But Eric, you should go back and look at some of the hits that have come out of TriStar Game Day Greats jerseys. I'm trying to think who all we've even pulled this year, but they've all been pretty darn good. I don't really think... Well, TriStar, I guess, does do some memorabilia and stuff. I mean, some other stuff, too, but I don't really buy much of their stuff other than the helmets and the Game Day Great. Jokic for the Nuggets. Another Donovan Mitchell, this one orange. Another Draymond Green. These are pretty cool cards. I've always been a fan of, well, anything Prism I like, but I really did like these when they came out last year. I know some other people that kind of were so-so on them, but I liked them. 225, we're going to have a Marc Gasol signature coming out for the Grizzlies. So both of our signature hits, 225 thus far. Derek White, Spurs. For the Cavs, Derrick Rose. Of course, he's long gone over with the T-Wolves these days. Kevin Love, Cavs. Chris says he wants a Russell Westbrook signature. Well, let's put it out there. Put it in the universe. See if we can manifest it for you. I'd like to find a Kobe Bryant in here, too, if we're just kind of wish listing. Dennis Schroeder for the Hawks. Julius Randle, Lakers. And there is your man, Russell Westbrook, for the Thunder. So I do like that there are lots of parallels in here. I kind of wish there were more that were numbered, but then again, I guess it increases the value of the ones that are numbered if there aren't as many numbered. I'm looking back up a little bit where I missed where somebody said they hit a Shaq jersey and what else through Leaf? Oh, a Tim Tebow, McHale, and Shaq jerseys. Well, that's nice. Of course, the best jersey hit in terms of just pure monetary value that we have hit this year, I think, is probably the autographed Kobe jersey that came out of that Gold Rush basketball, 2018 Gold Rush basketball jerseys earlier this year. That was a phenomenal hit. Lillard for the Blazers. Bam Adebayo, blue parallel, Miami Heat. Chris says we need to send that Russell Westbrook back because he forgot to sign it. That's pretty funny. Enes Kanter for the Knicks. If only it were so easy, right? I mean, yeah, that would be awesome if we could work it that way. LeBron James for the Cavs in the red parallel. Orange coming up. And that one is Tyler Lydon, Nuggets. Followed by the big man, Willie Cauley-Stein with the Kings. Lauri Markkanen, this should be numbered, right? This is the hot pink. Wasn't our other hot pink numbered? It was, and it is. It is 19 of 99, if I read that correctly, for Mr. Lauri Markkanen and the Chicago Bulls. Here comes Boogie in the orange parallel for Nola. Did you guys see that case of Select the other night? Oh my gosh, pulled out that nice Anthony Davis signature, and in the same case was a Frank Jackson tie-dye signature. And Pelicans were like a $20 buy-in or something. Malik Monk for the Hornets. And they got something else, too. I can't even think what else, but they pulled something else out of there as well. I mean, it was like a crazy good break for the Pelicans. Oh, Eric, you like to do the TriStar Mystery Pucks. I've had some people ask me about breaking hockey, and I have considered it, but I do not know squat about hockey. I don't watch it. I don't very seldom read about it. I don't think I would be very good at it. I mean, I could be good at it in the sense that, yeah, I can open the box and tell you what's in it. But as far as knowing anything beyond maybe the top 4 or 5 player names, which you probably don't even know all of those, I don't know. I don't tend to break as much things that I don't follow myself or that I don't watch or have some interest in. So I don't know. I haven't gotten into hockey yet, but maybe somewhere along the way. Vince Carter for the Kings to 99. How about that? Little Vince Carter action. Somebody went to a card show, bought packs of Prism, and hit a Jason Tatum to 10. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Derrick Rose for the Cavs. We pulled a Jason Tatum to 10 out of Select, actually, as well. That same case. Andrew Wiggins for the Wolves. Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. I'm hoping to find some good stuff tomorrow night in Chronicles. I mean, I know the base cards are not super attractive. I get that. I know that. However, you can still get, decent money for the autos and the relics, even in the base cards. But the parallels have been selling very well when you get into Gold Standard, Gala, Titanium, and there's some others that are doing well too, but those in particular have really taken off lately. Zach LaVine for the Bulls. Terrence Ferguson for the Thunder. And of course, if we pulled a Jason Tatum Gala out of there, that would be worth a couple grand for somebody. So that's, of course, that's what I want to pull then. Josh Jackson for the Suns. I always want to pull the best possible, most expensive thing that we can pull, but been some nice prices out of a lot of the insert sets in Chronicles recently, which is why I went back and bought some more of it so that we could, oh, what happened there? My sleeve's got a hole in the side or something, so that we could go back and try to catch some of that stuff. Boogie for Nola. I mean, and it worked for Revolution. We went back into Revolution and pulled that Jason Tatum on card out of the first case of it. John Collins, Hawks. Kristaps, Knicks. Well, there is another one. What is going on with this pack of sleeves? It's like the side of them are all blown out. What is going on? Have a pack of defective sleeves. Oh, Chris is being mean about the Vince Carter. Says he didn't know there was a geriatric variant. Come on, man. Vince Carter's a cool hit if you are if you have the Kings, right? I mean, if you like the Kings, I think Vince Carter's a cool hit. I get that we're all rookie hunting, but still, if you're a fan of the Kings, I'd say you like Vince Carter. Yeah, Eric, I don't know which other, offhand, how many other brands have on-card Jason Tatum. I just know, of course, obviously Revolution does. And we pulled one right out of that case that I bought the other day, a week or so ago. And so I've got another case of that in here, too, that we'll probably work in the next couple of days. Malik Monk for the Hornets. I mean, work into listing. Obviously, we won't break it for at least 5 days. Kyrie Irving, Celtics. James Harden, Rockets. But that's kind of how I've been deciding what products to go back. I had to get more sleeves. What products to go back and pick up as I've been looking at some of the values and then figuring out, you know, relative to the cost versus the value that you could potentially pull out of it, what are we best off opening more of? So that's kind of how I arrived at what I arrived at. And he should have some on-card in Donruss, too. Some of the next day autos. He should have a next day auto in there, I believe. Enes Kanter for the Knicks. Vince Carter again for the Kings. Anunoby, Raptors. Yeah, Deshaun Watson going for $2,500. I am not surprised. Yeah, Eric, we did. I did do a bunch of the Chinese New Year Revolution, and then, of course, I came back with the Hobby Revolution. I don't know, it was a week or so ago, within the last 10 days anyway. And I picked up a couple more cases of that, and the first one that we opened had the Tatum on card in it. Numbered 225, Melo for the Thunder. And I picked up the extra case of Donruss for the next day auto purposes. So far, we've broken one break out of that newer case, and it was Justin Patton was our next day auto in it. Bam Adebayo for the Heat, or at least the only one we pulled so far. Yeah, next day is on. Oh, you're saying Jason Tatum's next day is not on card? I thought all the next days were on card. I mean, that's kind of the point of them, right? I mean, because they literally, it's like the next day after the draft. I didn't think any of those were stickers. Certainly none that I have ever pulled have been stickers for next day autos. But I can't say that that's, 100% absolutely the only way they're in there, but that's been the only way that I have pulled them have been on card. I wasn't aware of any of those being stickers. Harry Giles, numbered 225 for the Kings. The gold, that's not gold. Paul Millsap for the Nuggets in the orange parallel. Yeah, I can sort of tell orange from gold on a good day, right? Kawhi Leonard for the Spurs. Oh, so Eric, okay, yeah. So you are, it is on card. I mean, I thought they were. I had never seen any next days that were not on card. But like I said, you never know. Sometimes weird things happen. Big Willie Cauley-Stein. Kings are pulling a lot. Another Harry Giles. A lot of parallels, anyway, for the Kings. And for the Blazers, C.J. McCollum. There went a Tatum base auto. Miles Turner, Pacers. Oh, here comes one you're going to like. A little orange Jason Tatum. Celtics, you like that, I know. Paul George, Thunder. Did we look at, yeah, we looked at these already. I just had laid them there and then hadn't moved them. So, I don't know. I don't think there's much else that we've broken before that I'll go back and pick up beyond what we've already done. You know, Revolution for the fact that they're on card. Donruss for the fact that they're on card. And then, of course, Chronicles because the inserts are going crazy. Of course, obviously, I would pick up more regular Prism if we could, but no more options of that. Although I do have another case of the Prism Blasters, so at some point we'll open those. And every once in a while, I'm told they sneak autographs in there, but really that particular case will be more about just looking for the silver prisms. D'Angelo Russell, Nets. A little Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks, who don't really even care that they have that orange parallel because I already pulled the nice auto to 25. Blake Griffin, Clippers. I agree that Heritage has a lot of base. Chronicles really doesn't have that much base. It's only, I think, 60 cards a box. Nothing like the amount of base that Heritage is. Chronicles is actually a pretty quick break. Numbered to 99, the Blazers. How about that? Hitting a little Lillard. Nice. Very, very nice little hit there for the Blazers. Derrick Rose, Cavs. Orange parallel, Kevin Durant for the Warriors. And then Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. But for sure, Heritage is I mean, it's a long break. So is Gypsy Queen. Any of those baseball that are base card heavy are a lot of cards. A lot of cards. Chronicles, by comparison, is probably half as long as it is for Heritage. I'd say Chronicles maybe a half-hour break. Zach LaVine for the Bulls, whereas Heritage is an hour to an hour and 20 minutes or something. Kyle Kuzma, blue parallel for the Lakers. And a nice little Josh Jackson parallel for the Suns. Green. And once again, these are the ones we looked through. I just didn't move them the first time like I should have. I keep setting them there and then I forget to move them. Donruss has a lot of base. Gypsy Queen actually has less base than Heritage. I think both by cards in the pack, but definitely in the total break. Because Gypsy Queen is a 10-box case. Heritage is a 12-box case. So Heritage is probably, well, Donruss is the longest because it's a 16-box case, so you've got to break 8 boxes. Although, again, the number of cards per pack is proportionately not as high. But Donruss is probably the longest in terms of time, followed by Heritage, followed by Gypsy Queen. Just strictly on the amount of time it takes to do it, I mean, to break it. Zach Collins, Blazers. Well, my little parallel stack is getting crazy over here, so I have to stop and rearrange that for a second. Kevin Durant for the Warriors. And then Derek White for the Spurs. Oh, I think you're giving up a little too soon on Ohtani for a couple of reasons. One, some people who have played with him before said he always is terrible in spring training, and he's fine once the season starts, so there's that. But secondly, you know, he's young. He's got a lot to adapt to. He's a new country, new everything, and really a pretty small sample size overall. I wouldn't give up on Ohtani just yet. I don't think that I think it's way too soon to declare him a bust, but that's just my opinion. Jeremy Lin to 99 for the Nets. You know, when we get a few more months down the road, we'll probably be able to look at that with a little more accuracy. Dennis Smith Jr. And then Jabari Parker. But it can really be, I mean, think about Aaron Judge, right? He came up originally in the fall of 16 and played horribly. And there was some question as to whether or not he would even make the 25-man roster for last year, 2017. But he made it. And then look what kind of year he had. And even he had ups and downs throughout the year. Ricky Rubio for the Jazz. But if you had just taken the original sample size of when they first called him up, you would have said, oh, he's terrible. Clippers, Blake Griffin. Dennis Schroeder for the Hawks. So I just think I think he's got a lot of room left to grow before we give up on him. At least I'm not giving up on him yet anyway. Well, sure. I mean, his cards have a high value right now. I don't dispute that. So if I had a bunch, which I do not, I've only got the one that came out of the original Bowman box, out of that mega box. That's the only one of his cards that I personally have. But if I had a bunch, I would probably sell 70% and keep 30%. Hedge my bets. But I just have the one, so I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. Kristaps Porzingis to 99. I mean, what I meant to do with it was send it off, get it graded, get it back, and sell it. And then I found out all the grading services were so backed up, I kind of didn't send it in, and now I've waited so long, it's just impossible. So I guess I'll have to just sell it ungraded if I decide to sell it. Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. Of course, the one I have is not worth a huge amount anyway. It's not signed or anything. It's just the chrome variant out of the Bowman Mega Box. Paul Millsap Nuggets. For the Wizards, Bradley Beal. I'll get it out in a minute, maybe. Me talk pretty one day. Rudy Gobert for the Jazz. Kyrie, Celtics. An orange parallel is coming up. I think this is Luke Kennard. Let me get him picked up. Yeah, it is. Pistons. Luke Kennard, orange parallel. Followed by Brandon Ingram for the Lakers. So we have 2 boxes left to go out of this case. So start working your mojo. If you're looking for something, we're running out of time to find it. The first time they made those mosaic cards, I don't think they were in separate packs. I don't remember them being in separate packs. I just remember there being the little box, and you open it, and inside were all the cards, I think, just kind of loose in there. So the packs are a nice change of pace from the prior year. But of course, again, the prior year wasn't meant to be a freestanding release anyway. It was a make good for people who had purchased replay. Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. Followed by Miles Turner and the Pacers. And TJ Leaf for the Pacers. There's another Tatum base rookie. This should be numbered. John Collins for the Hawks. It is numbered to 99. Willie Cauley-Stein for the Kings. You know what else I have that I don't have listed yet? I have Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. I have a case of Leaf Draft Football Blasters. I know that sounds weird, right, to have the blasters, but there's 40 hits in there, and they package the hits separately, so we don't have to go through opening all the massive amount of base that's in there. I'll just probably divvy the packs up and send some out to each bidding position, but then we can just look at the hits, be relatively quick break, and early autographs are always good. Jarrett Allen for the Nets on our draft prospects. And cost-wise, it was not very expensive, so I think we've got a good shot at getting a nice return for our money there. Brooklyn Nets, Jeremy Lin. Kristaps again for the Knicks. So I've got to get that up and listed too. And it's going to be, well, maybe we'll try to do that. Maybe we'll try to do that Tuesday night. That might work. I know we can't do it Wednesday because Optic comes out Wednesday, Optic Basketball. And if they haven't moved the date, they could have moved the date, but I don't know if they have. If they haven't moved it, we'll also have Flawless Football next Wednesday. So I know we can't do the Leaf draft that night. The Leaf Draft Blasters, that is. So we'll probably do it maybe Tuesday night. But that's kind of what I'm thinking, because the hits are packaged separately. We'll just do the break for the hits, and then whatever packs are in there, we know there are no true, quote, hits in them, but I'll still divvy them up and send them out to the bidders, and I think that's the way we'll roll with it. Steph Curry for the Warriors. Karl Anthony Towns, Orange Parallel, T-Wolves. Ben Simmons, Green Parallel for the Sixers. And then, of course, we'll have Leaf Ultimate Draft, which is kind of, well, it's totally different than the Blasters. It's probably a similar checklist, but it's all hits. There's no base at all in it. And it comes out April the 6th, maybe. It's either, I think it's Ultimate Draft that comes out first. There's also Valiant Draft. Numbered to 10, Kevin Durant for the Golden State Warriors. Nice little hit there for Golden State. Kevin Love, Cavs. Next up is going to be Goran Dragic for the Heat. James, how are you? I didn't even know you were on signed on tonight, James. Nice to see you. So to speak. Obviously, I can't see you, but I can see your chat. Russell Westbrook, Thunder. Warriors and Draymond Green. And Reggie Jackson for the Pistons. Oh, you have the Cavs and the Mavericks in here. Oh, well, you are already happy then, man. That first hit out of the box pretty much made your night, right? That was a sweet little hit for you, my friend. Nice hit. So let's take a look at our recap here. We'll do our numbered cards first. Nice Kevin Durant to 10. And then we have John Collins for the Hawks, rookie to 99. Kristaps for the Knicks to 99. Jeremy Lin for the Nets, 299. A little rookie Harry Giles for the Kings to 25. Melo for the Thunder to 25. Rookie Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls to 99. Rookie Tony Bradley for the Jazz to 99. And then the nice John Wall for the Wizards to 25. So those are our numbered cards. Of course, as you saw, we have loads of parallels in various colors, but I only set aside the numbered ones. So Damian Lillard for the Blazers. Nice little hit for the Trailblazers to 99. Vince Carter for the Kings to 99, which we know that Eric was not a fan of, but then Marc Gasol for the Grizzlies to 25. And Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks to 25, which was a sweet little hit. Oh, Chris, there's not a signature in every box of this. I'm sorry. I thought I said that at the first of the break, but maybe I didn't, or maybe you just weren't logged in yet when I was talking about it. But they do not guarantee signatures per box in here. It's only per case. And just as kind of a general aside, anytime anybody is wondering about a product that we're going to be opening, if you look at my listing, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the listing, it will always have a cut and paste of the product description. So it will tell you, like, here's how, usually it'll say, give you kind of some written overview, but we'll talk about how many hits per box and how many packs per box and sometimes how many boxes per case and that sort of thing. So that's kind of the easy way to do that. Anytime, I can't speak obviously for other people's breaks, but anytime you're doing a break with me, just scroll all the way down to the bottom and it will give you the details on what we're opening. So that way, you know, you kind of have an idea of what to expect when it comes time to join the break. So to do the live break, I should say. So, but guys, that is all for tonight. Since we just did the recap, I will throw up the spreadsheet information again very quickly in case someone is watching the uploaded, recorded version and you want to know your anticipated shipping dates. We'll look at that there very quickly, and then we'll also take another quick stroll through what's coming up in the days ahead. Because I do know some people jump in after the fact, maybe missed this earlier, or, as I said, are watching the uploaded version and didn't just use fast forward to get to the end, which is what I would do. So I can relate to that. So, of course, Tribute Baseball, it actually came out today, but we'll be breaking it tomorrow as a full case, along with the half case prime signatures and some black gold. Friday, some one box stuff, half of Trinity Baseball, which comes out that day, a full case of National Treasures, and a full case of Chronicles Basketball. So Friday's going to be a lot of fun. Saturday, some memorabilia, little one box stuff, and then a half case of Gypsy Queen. Sunday, some multi-sport stuff, jerseys and cut signature products, the back half of Trinity Baseball, some more one-box things, and a quarter case of Donruss Basketball. Monday, we're going to have a lot of fun. Translucent from 2014, Black from 2012, which I haven't opened in a long time. Another full-size helmet, another half case of prime signatures, and the last of the Topps Heritage Baseball will go out Monday night too. So that's what the days ahead look like, and that is it for tonight. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you bidding with me, breaking with me, chatting with me, and we will see you the next time. Bye-bye.